women are known to be strong, beautiful, and powerful. The paradigm shift from viewing women as weak and frail to capable and skillful has dramatically affected society and encouraged women worldwide to be the best they can be. However, this does not somehow apply to the general population of women. Some live lives not expected of them to be empowered and creative, and some do not seem to uphold their femininity to make themselves better individuals. Because of this, there has been a wide gap that has existed between high-value women and low-value women. But how will you recognize the differences between them? Today, you will learn. The 10 signs of a high-value woman. Number 1. She is proud of her femininity. While some women misuse their femininity to seduce men for sex, a high-value woman does not do so. This is because she values herself too much to use her sex appeal for financial gain. She carries herself with class and dignity, and she holds herself gracefully. Quote, "To be conscious of one's weaknesses is the way to authentic strength and victory," Dr. von Hildebrand says. The qualities of femininity that are criticized, nurturing, selflessness, vulnerability, and sensitivity can be the greatest assets of women. Tenderness and even weakness are qualities, not flaws. Women shouldn't be ashamed of their sensitivity and shouldn't limit themselves to outdated concepts of what it means to be a woman. Femininity is more than just a social construct or aesthetic. It is what women radiate when they fully embrace their feminine nature. It's a character, something innate. Number 2. She is self-aware and compassionate. Understanding the power of compassion in the world is one of the qualities of a high-value woman. She is someone who effortlessly offers generosity to everyone she meets and encounters. Whether they are members of her family, friends, or strangers she faces every day. She communicates effectively and respects the thoughts and feelings of others. She doesn't judge anyone since she understands what it's like to be in their shoes. In addition to having excellent communication skills, she is also conscious of her actions, words, and behavior's impact on other people. Though she speaks her mind, she does so with subtlety and understanding of how it affects others. She is deeply concerned and sympathetic towards others and prioritizes helping others above all else. She isn't hesitant to express that she actually cares about people. But most importantly, she understands how essential it is to be kind to herself. She recognizes that everything comes from within, so she reserves enough compassion for herself to continue to be kind to others. Number 3. She has self-confidence. One of the ways to identify a high-value woman is by how she carries herself. Although incredibly self-confident, she is neither arrogant nor sees herself as superior to others. She is confident, carries herself with elegance, and doesn't look for attention from other people. Moreover, all of the insecurities and negative opinions others have of her are outweighed by her confidence. She knows how to express her true charm, elegance, and beauty, and doesn't need to compete with other women because she sees both as valuable. These women typically put a lot of effort into improving themselves and keeping a strong sense of self-confidence. They are taught to view criticism as an opportunity to improve. As a result, they will not be swayed by the words of others. Their confidence in their abilities and intelligence overcomes any doubts and uncertainties. But also, keep in mind the distinction between self-confidence and overconfidence. A high-value woman has the confidence to enjoy and feel comfortable in her own company. But she's open to a partner who will also look after her. She passionately respects and loves herself and will not let anyone treat her differently. This is why she is not hesitant to quit a relationship if someone does not love her as much as she loves herself. However, a woman cannot be deemed valuable if she lacks self-confidence. Number 4. She is emotionally stable and intelligent. Women have more extreme mood swings than men, but one trait distinguishing high-value women from others is how they deal with those emotions. A high-value woman is someone who can control her emotions, someone who is emotionally stable and intelligent. Emotionally intelligent women can tell when their thinking is judgmental and when it is open to growth. They focus on increasing internal and external self-awareness, and they set boundaries that are in their best interests. When they feel the need to uphold those boundaries, they strike a balance between politeness, empathy, and kindness. This type of woman can maintain their calmness. They may utilize their grace powers to neutralize toxic people without forming enemies if they encounter negative emotions. When things don't go as planned, high-value women are adept at moving on from conflicts and putting the past behind them. They know what they can learn from the experience and how to avoid it in the future. Number 5. She recognizes her own worth. A high-value woman understands her value. She is aware that she is incredibly desirable. Yet, she does not set high expectations for others to meet to impress her. The only expectations she has to meet are her own, so she puts her own standards and expectations and works to achieve them. She knows she is in charge of her own life and has enough faith in herself to see where she wants to be. Furthermore, a woman who knows her worth understands that putting herself first does not imply that she is unconcerned about other people or selfish. Instead, she understands that prioritizing her own needs makes her happier. A more content person who is more capable of establishing good relationships with people around her. A high-value woman does not associate her self-worth with her physical appearance or body and does not require validation from others. She realizes that men or other people do not get to judge her worth. But despite all of the positive things described, a woman who knows her worth and performs all of the virtues mentioned earlier will occasionally make poor life decisions, much like everyone else. Still, she will always forgive herself and recover from that mistake. She may need to evaluate her actions to see how she got into the situation, but still, she will learn her lessons, make a promise to act differently next time, and move on. Number 6. She has high standards. A woman with high standards is confident and ambitious. While she may doubt her own talents at times, she never fails to rise above her insecurities when it matters most. She, too, hopes for the best, for a woman with high standards is unlikely to be content with mediocrity in her own life. She is undoubtedly a high achiever, with her sights set on real quality. That applies to all aspects of her life, from her health to her relationships. Furthermore, being a high-value woman entails seeking high-value attributes in others, particularly in a possible partner. As a result, a woman with high standards will bring out the best in her husband. She will not accept anything less. She is a woman who knows when and how to compromise, but will not accept anything less than what she thinks she deserves. This isn't to say she will be intolerant or harsh if her partner isn't faultless, but she will encourage him to do his best. This is where high standards come from. High-value women have high standards because they have a high level of self-esteem. They recognize their worth and will only be with someone on their level. And while everyone experiences insecurity to some degree, a high-value woman with high standards is confident enough to accept what she deserves. She doesn't allow anyone or anything to make her feel insecure or underestimate her value or abilities. Number 7. She commits to personal growth. High-value women do not simply accept things as they are. Instead, they strive to improve and change. They have a growth attitude, which is linked to a positive outlook. She continues to improve herself in various facets of life, making it easier for them to positively impact others because they are dedicated to learning. Every day is an opportunity for them to grow and learn. They are constantly striving to better themselves, committed to living a full life, and consider themselves well-rounded individuals. High-value women are not reluctant to seek expert assistance. They do not fear criticism from others, but instead use it to improve their skills. We can all find methods to improve ourselves from time to time, but a high-value woman is constantly looking for them. Rather than wasting time on frivolous pursuits, she prefers to read books, listen to podcasts, appreciate art and films, and so on. She is determined to do whatever it takes to help her grow and become the fullest version of herself. Number 8. She embraces her vulnerability. A woman of great value recognizes that vulnerability does not equate to neediness or weakness. It involves being transparent, being brave with one's emotions, and expressing one's true self. She is aware in her heart that being vulnerable is a strength and that it has great power in the warmest, most lovely ways. As most people avoid being vulnerable, Rebecca Wheeler of RWA Psychology says, quote, "To avoid vulnerability is to deny ourselves the opportunity of genuine love and connection with others. Vulnerability is the birthplace of love, empathy, belonging, joy, courage, and creativity. To be a high-value woman, you must be free to be your most genuine self around the people you care about, while giving them room to do the same. You should be brave enough to reveal your vulnerable sides to the world, to have the chance to experience real love and connection with others. You shouldn't let fear dictate your choices and decisions. A woman of high value can accept her vulnerability. She does not put up a front to cover it. Instead, she shares that she, too, has attributes that need improvement and uses this trait to inspire other women who are reluctant to embrace their vulnerability. Number 9. She lives a life of integrity. A high-value woman is someone who has strong moral principles and can speak up for what is right. Regardless of the situation, she always acts morally, even when no one is looking. Additionally, being a woman of integrity means being a dependable person with morals and having integrity beyond just having morals. Integrity also refers to not acting or letting others think you are something you are not. A woman with integrity does not hide her current situation. She always strives to portray herself or the circumstances truthfully. Being sincere and authentic is important, but so is maintaining moral integrity. There are many different types of people in the world. Suppose you want to stand out as a high-value woman. In that case, you must place a higher priority on maintaining your integrity than the majority of people. You'll not only have peace of mind if you possess this desirable quality, but you'll also see how your personal and professional lives will prosper. Number 10. She never chases men. We frequently act irrationally out of love. Sometimes we find ourselves acting absurdly, like chasing the wrong person. A high-value woman, however, feels it is pointless to pursue someone who does not make any effort to see her or spend time with her. She argues that since men are born hunters, they should pursue the woman they desire. She also understands that she does not have to win the approval of everyone. So if a man or another person in her life walks away from her, she lets them. High-value women have a strong sense of self-worth and do not chase men. Knowing and viewing themselves as the prize will naturally convince men they are worthy of pursuit. On the other hand, a man who wants to be with a woman will always run towards her. Instead of making her chase after him, he does everything he can to keep her. Chasing, in reality, seldom ends well. Any amount of running or chasing in a relationship is never worthwhile. It is a man's responsibility to pursue a woman, not a woman's responsibility to pursue him. A woman should never give up her dignity and sense of worth for anybody or anything. As our mothers always advise, the right man will come after you. Whether of high or low value, women deserve respect. Everyone does. It is much better to be a woman of high value, not to make everyone impressed, or to be more desirable to men, or to be pleasing to the eyes of many. Remember this. Be a better person for yourself. It is not selfish to want your own greatness. It is being mindful and appreciative of what you have and what you can do to improve and use it more effectively. It is not being greedy, it is living life smartly. Did you find this video informative? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. It helps us a lot. Watch this next video over here.